So I'm sure we all have that close friend of ours or that uncle that got rich by investing in real estate. But the question I'm looking to answer today is how people actually get rich by investing in real estate. Now, I personally have not invested in any real estate yet. It is something I plan on doing in the future. So I wanted to invite an expert onto this channel, somebody who has actually been successful investing in real estate. So I'm inviting Graham Stephan on here. He's going to talk about how he became a millionaire by the age of 26 simply by investing in real estate and following this one simple strategy. So I'm going to go ahead and pass this video over to Graham.
What's up, Ryan? Thank you so much for the introduction. And for everybody watching who's not already subscribed to Ryan, just do it. So anyway, let's talk about making money in real estate and why this is my favorite way of building wealth above anything else. For those who have not heard of me, my name is Graham Stephan, and I started working in real estate in 2008 as a real estate agent. I saved up all of my commissions, and in 2011, 2012, I began investing in real estate as well. And then from a combination of working as a real estate agent and also investing my money in real estate, I became a millionaire by the time I turned 26 years old. Now, the reason I started investing in real estate in the first place was because I really wanted passive income. Now, working as a real estate agent was something I really enjoyed and absolutely loved doing. But it was commission only, and the income I made was rather sporadic. There were some months where I could make an insane amount of money, and then other months I could make nothing for months on end. And honestly, having income be that inconsistent was just incredibly stressful. It also relied on me constantly working, finding new clients, and closing deals to make money. So if I went out of town or I was not working, I was basically not making money. And it was because of this inconsistent income that prompted me to really want to make money regardless of what I was doing day to day. I really wanted something that made money while I slept, where I can wake up and know that I am X amount wealthier that day, or I could go on vacation and think that while I'm on vacation, I'm still making money regardless of what I'm doing or how much time I'm spending in something. And because I was in real estate, I felt like it was the best choice for me to then invest in real estate because that was my area of expertise. And I bought my first property. It was for $60,000. I spent $12,000 fixing it up. And my net income after all of my expenses on that home was $30 of profit every single day. And the way that I saw that was that that $30 a day pays my phone bill, my car insurance, gas for my car, food, and other miscellaneous expenses for my entire month, every single month. And it was so good that I bought another property, and then I bought another property, and then I bought another property, and then I bought another property. And I kept repeating that same process over and over again. I found a property that needed some work, I go in, I fix it up, and then I rent it out, and then I move on and I do that again. And now at this point, I'm 28 years old, I'm 10 years into the business, and the income that I get from all my rental properties pays for all of my expenses. All of my living expenses, food, car, insurance, just like basically all the money I spend is replenished every single month by the rent checks that I have coming in. This allows me to do whatever I want, whenever I want to do it, and then everything else that I make from working as a real estate agent, which I still do full time, and YouTube and everything else that I do is just pure profit that I could then go and reinvest into buying more real estate. And when you get to this point, it's really just like a snowball that tends to get bigger and bigger and bigger, but in this case, its rental income just becomes more, and that leads to even more, and it's just this upward spiral of being able to make more money because you have more money. And all of this was really due to just being frugal, investing my money as much as I could when I was young, and also just buying real estate. And the best part about all of this is that with real estate, you don't have to just use your own money. You can leverage other people's money, such as the bank, to finance the deal. You also end up getting some pretty incredible tax advantages of investing in real estate, to the point where I really don't pay any income tax on the rental income I receive. Make sure to talk to your accountant about that. And also by doing this, in addition to having rental income come in every single month, you're also paying down the loan on that property so that in 15 to 30 years, chances are you will own a completely paid off property. So even right now, assuming you just break even on the property, this means that in 30 years from now, you will just own the property outright, and everything you make from that point on will be 100% profit. Or you could just sell the home with all the equity or for whatever it's worth and just cash out. And also by investing your money and hopefully you have some extra cash flow coming in every single month, this just speeds up the process to then go and buy the next one, which speeds up the process to then go and buy the next one, and so on. For instance, it took me about 4 years of saving from 2008 to about 2012 to be able to buy my first properties. After that, it took me 3 years to save up enough money to buy the next one. After that, it took me just 1 year to save up enough money to buy the next one. And at this point, I can pretty much save up a new down payment every 8 to 10 months. And to me, this is also the perfect retirement strategy. Buy a few properties now. Pay them off over 30 years, and by the time you're ready to retire, you will have all of this real estate owned free and clear. It will be 100% profit that you can then go and just decide at that point that is your retirement money. Now, the strategy that I use when it comes to investing in real estate is also known as the Bur method of real estate investing. So number one, obviously you buy the property. I shouldn't have to explain that one. But it's really important to have the patience to wait for the deal that actually makes money. I would say out of everything I look at, probably 99 out of 100 just don't make sense. There's not enough equity in the deal, it's not making enough money, or in most cases, it doesn't make any money. So it's going to be up to you to learn how to evaluate these deals to make sure they actually make sense to buy. And if you don't fully understand the deal and feel confident in it, walk away. Never buy something that you're either unsure of or you don't really know the ins and outs of the property. It's really important to understand what your mortgage payment is going to be, what your property taxes are going to be, what insurance is going to be like, what the vacancy rates are, and what sort of repairs you're going to need to do. All of these are going to eat into your profit. And also, in a perfect world, you will find a property that you can buy under market value. Much like buying an undervalued stock, yes, you can absolutely buy an undervalued property. It just takes time and patience. So number two, the R, and that is to renovate the property. Now, in my opinion, the best homes to get, and also the homes that you will make the most money with, are usually the ones that you will have to fix up. And more so than anything, minor cosmetic renovations often have the highest ROI of any money that you spend. For instance, maybe you spend $20,000 on a property, but that gives you back a $50,000 value in terms of equity because you're adding onto the property and now it's worth more than what you put in it. And this renovation part is absolutely critical, that you evaluate the deal to figure out what you need to do to get the property to be worth more money than what you invest in it. And also, by renovating the property, you're adding instant equity, which is essential if you want to refinance to pull your money out of the deal. So now we're on the next R, and that is you rent the property. Now, I personally go for long-term tenants, and I really believe that long-term tenants are the best, most stable way of earning a consistent income when it comes to investing in real estate. Just make sure you screen your tenants very, very well, and don't be in a position where you just take the first person that comes by. This was a mistake that I made that ended up it was a nightmare. I had to evict the tenant. They trashed the property. Do not do this. Take your time, screen your tenants properly, and don't sign a lease until you found a tenant who meets the criteria that you've set. So the next R after that is then to refinance the property. So if you've done this correctly and you've bought a home that's under market value and then you fixed it up, adding more equity to the property, chances are it's worth now more than what you've paid for it. So in this case, after about 6 months, you can take out a new higher loan on the property that then pays off your first original lower loan. We'll take my last place for an example. I bought a duplex for $600,000. I put $150,000 of my own money down, and I financed $450,000 with a bank. I then spent about $80,000 of my own money fixing up this property. So my total investment in this is the $600,000 purchase price, of which I put $150,000 down, plus the $80,000 I spent fixing it up. So the total value that I put in, $680,000, of which $280,000 was coming from my own money. But when I was finished with all of this, the property was then worth $850,000. So now that I have a property worth $850,000, this means that I can refinance that deal and pull out 80% of that, which works out to be $680,000. This pays off my loan of $450,000 and gives me back my $230,000 that I had invested myself in the property. Now I basically have a place that I got for free, and I have my money back that I can then go and invest in another property. And then the last step of this, the last R, is really just to repeat the process and do the same thing over again. Now, this Bur method of real estate investing is exactly what I've done to get started when investing in real estate, and I owe everything so far to this method. I really believe that just buying rental properties and keeping them long term. I don't like flipping. I don't like wholesaling. I just like buying something that produces cash flow every single month, keeping it, and then moving on to buying more of them. This way, it's extremely stable. You don't have to worry about if the market goes down or if the market goes up. You don't really care what the home's value is beyond refinancing it in the short term. You really just care that it makes money every single month. And that is exactly how you can get rich while owning and investing in real estate. Now, this is something that does not happen overnight. Keep in mind, I am 10 years into this. This is something I believe you can build up over a decade. It's not something you can easily do over a year or two, or maybe even 3 or 4 years. This is probably 7 to 10 years worth of work. But this is work that will pay off tremendously in the future. This is work you set up once, you get it right once, and it produces cash flow for basically the rest of your life. So with that said, thank you guys for watching. If you want to check out my channel, the link is in the description, and I will give this video back to Ryan.
Alright guys, that's going to wrap up this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you'd like to see more collaborations like this on my channel, drop me a comment down below and let me know. And of course, do not forget to subscribe to Graham Stephan's channel and thank him for putting this video together. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. If you are interested in learning more about investing in the stock market, I've created a free course just for you. The link is in the description below. Here are a few other videos you might enjoy as well.